Hello students, this is the problem that I have put in last time, which was as an assignment to you. A particle moves in xy plane with x equal to this, y is equal to x equal to a sine omega t, y is equal to 1 minus cos omega t bracket closed, where a and omega are constants. Find distance traveled by the particle in from 0 to t seconds. The answer was s is equal to a omega t. Okay, now let me solve the problem for you. Here we have x is equal to a sine omega t, all right? And we have y equal to a into 1 minus cos omega t, okay? Now, what we need to find, this is in case of a situation when acceleration is not constant. When position is a function of time and acceleration is also a function of time, velocity is also a function of time, then we can't use kinematic equations where acceleration is constant. We have to use a formula for distance, that is distance is equal to integration of v dt. This is the general formula that we need to use when velocity and acceleration is not constant in time. But here velocity acceleration is not constant. If we differentiate x 2 times to find acceleration, that will also be a function of time. If we differentiate y 2 times to find y component of acceleration, that will be also a function of time. So what we do is we differentiate, let's say it's equation first, equation second, and equation third. Differentiating equation first and second, differentiating equation first and equation second, we get x का differentiation है vx, velocity in x direction, that is a cos omega t into omega. That will be a omega cos omega t. Vy, differentiating y to get velocity in the y direction, that is a, it is 0, it is minus of minus sine omega t into omega. Cos का differentiation is minus sine. So it will be Vy equal to minus to minus plus, it's a sine omega t, and omega that we should write, that should be written as here. तो यहाँ लिखना पड़ेगा a omega. This equation number, this is a vx and this is vy. Now what is v? Magnitude of velocity, that is this v, magnitude of velocity, that is root of vx square plus vy square, that is v equal to root of, what is vx square? That is a square omega square cos square omega t plus a square omega square sine square omega t. Now that is v equal to root of a square omega square common in दोनों में, अंदर में cos square omega t plus sine square omega t. Okay, now that will be v equal to a omega, this is 1, this is v. Okay, let me suppose this is equation number 4th equation. Now we have distance is equal to integration of v dt from 0 to t, and then we can write s equal to 0 to t, v को दीजिए value a omega dt. These are constants a and omega, so they can come out of integration. This is a omega 0 t dt. So it is s equal to a omega, this cancels off, and t, it is t minus 0, s equal to a omega t. That is the answer for this question. So again I will repeat. Assignment was, this was the assignment. A particle moves in xy plane with x equal to a sin omega t, y is equal to a into 1 minus cos omega t, where a and omega are constants. Find distance traveled by the particle in 0 to t seconds. The answer was s is equal to a omega t. So how to proceed ahead? We'll write x equal to a sin omega t. These are the given conditions. So this is the formula, general formula for distance traveled when acceleration is not constant. And from the given x and y, we understand that acceleration is not constant. Therefore, this is the equation that we need to use. We differentiate this and x and y to find vx and vy. Vx equal to a omega cos omega t and vy is equal to a omega sin omega t. So now we find the magnitude of y, that is root of vx square plus vy square. When I substitute vx, that is a omega cos omega t square of it, that is a square omega square cos square omega t plus a square omega square sin square omega t, that is vy square, this one. v is equal to root of a square omega square, ब्रैकेट में अंदर रहेगा cos square omega t sin square omega t, that is 1. So this is v is equal to a omega because this is 1, and substitute this in distance formula, that is s equal to integration 0 to t, this v is equal to a omega dt, and then a omega is out because it's a constant, dt का integration होगा t, that's t minus 0 given the t, this upper limit minus lower limit. So this is the answer. Thank you, students. Continue to watch my problem solutions on my YouTube channel, Tantra Physics classes. Thank you.